Nannies of the internet, are y'all okay? Every time I go and saunter through those Facebook groups, I see people being mean for no reason. And a lot of times you'll say, "Oh, I'm not being mean, I'm just saying how I feel." And I mean, maybe, but also, no, not really. You're being mean. And I feel like y'all know the post I'm talking about. When you're in this Facebook group with other nannies, you post your contract and say, "Is something missing?" Or you post a text message exchange between your bosses and you say, "Is this normal?" Or you ask, how to rectify your tax situation because you didn't get a W 2 last year. You post that in these nanny groups and the crazies come out. And I'm just trying to understand, like, why is it that we don't apply the same social etiquette on the internet that we would to in-person conversations? Because half of these things that y'all say in these comment sections, you would not say on the playground. You wouldn't say it in a music class, a play date, like a play group. So why do you? I will literally, in a heartbeat, either delete a comment because I feel like, you know what, that wasn't necessary, Amber. Mind your business. Or I will say, "I hope this doesn't come across aggressive. My intention is just to help. Don't listen to me if you don't want to. Do your thing, rock out." Because sometimes they see your profile picture and your words or whatever. They don't know you. They don't know your personality. Like, some things I can say to my friends and I don't have to dress it up in a bow. I wouldn't say to a stranger. So one thing I see people do a lot of times is add a comment that has already been added 10 times. But if you're in a group that's supposed to be building community and like elevating an industry, you should maybe, like, if there's 30 comments, maybe check those comments to see if you're reiterating a point or not. They created the cute little like button for that, so you're not dogpiling on somebody. Also, someone else's comment section is not a place to talk about yourself. That's unless they specifically say, "What have you done? What would you do?" If somebody's like, "Hey, I was supposed to get a W 2, but my boss has never withheld, and now it's February, and I'm trying to figure out what I should do about taxes," you shouldn't say, "I would never work for a family that didn't withhold." That's not that's not helpful. We're already in this situation. Let's not. Let's not. Another thing that's not kind. If someone posts asking for advice or help or guidance, and you get in their comment section only to tag your homegirl, and your homegirl is not coming with any more wisdom but just saying, "This crazy, I can't believe it," that's maybe not the place for that. That's maybe not helpful. That nope. And let's not even talk about the fact that half of the time when nannies in these groups say, "That could never be me, I would never accept that," da, 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 they have actually been in that situation and have actually accepted it. Who has not had a difficult employer? Who has not had to wrestle with how to report their income if a family was giving them pushback? Who has not created a contract with a family and then had the family violate the contract repeatedly, but in super subtle, passive aggressive ways where it's not easy to nail down the direct offense? We've all been through that. We've all worked for people who can do double speak. We've all worked for people who want you to do as they say and not as they do. We've all worked in these situations. So let's not act like those of us who have more experience and who have gotten to a place where we don't have to put up with it as much, right? Because we're better at curating our work environment. We're better at interviewing intentionally and telling families ahead of time what we will and won't accept and holding those boundaries. Let's not act like because we are 10, 12, 20 years in that our first year we were like this, because we weren't. Like, y'all stop. Be nice. Zeta's Lapita. Like, could you imagine being on the playground, right? You see a nanny and you're introducing yourself and getting to know each other, and you decide to share with that nanny some of the things you're going through on your job. Could you imagine if 10 other nannies walked up with that one nanny and they all stood around you and told you how silly you are, how weak you are, how wrong you are, like how terrible your job is? How would you feel? Because that's what's happening on these internets, child. And really all it takes is being aware, right? Like I said, checking the earlier comments and not adding to the deluge. But also, like, send a direct message. Have a direct conversation. Make a direct connection. Don't just be another picture, another name, another person who can't relate. Don't do that, because that's not helpful. If you can't do that, then just leave it alone. Stop commenting. Everybody doesn't have to be the top commenter. And this is something I have to tell myself all the time. Like, asked and answered. Like, I don't need to add to it. Those are my thoughts on this Thursday. I hope you have a great day. Eat some fruit. Take care of yourself. Take some vitamins. Nanny life is not easy.